And how long have you been online doing this type of work?
Yeah, so I mean, I went to school for web design. I was like, I love the internet. I'm going to build stuff on it, and I didn't understand internet marketing. I didn't really know much about it. Um, I just knew that the lifestyle was something I was interested in, and I read books from people like Joel Comm, and I saw people like Lewis Howes gallivanting around, doing what they do, and I started researching. I was like, well, okay, what are they doing? I need to learn how to do that. So I worked for like a company building websites for 13 bucks an hour for like 3 months, and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I quit that and started my own web design company, which was like 70 hours a week. And then, I decided, all right, time to make this happen. Um, so I connected with Lewis and his business partner, Shaun, and was just there to help when they needed it. Sometimes they had random stuff that would happen, and I was the WordPress guy on Facebook. So they'd message me like, hey, this is broken. I need to like fix now. And I was there to fix it. And I did it. I never built them. It was like I could have, but I was like, all right, I'm going to work with this a little bit more and build up some equity in it so I can ask for something someday. And they posted a job on Craigslist, and I was like, well, this is me, and actually build a site, hire me at SeanandLewis.com, and that's how I started with them. But it was that target of the asked the question, what do I really want to do? It's not necessarily build websites the rest of my life. It was I want to work in an industry that you can build these kind of relationships with strategic relations and build a business that's around your life, not necessarily your life around a business. So
Yeah, I like that. But how long has that transition been from, that $13 an hour job to today?
it took a little while. I would say about a year, and maybe that's not a long time for some
It
people. And
it's been a year since you started your first company?
it's a year since I quit that job until I was working with Sean and Lewis,
Oh, okay.
and then that was about a year and a half ago, so about 2.5 years.
So you've been
And
at this for 2.5 years. You've launched a product and you've built many fantastic relationships online.
yeah, yeah, and it's something I do constantly. Like people make fun of me because I'm on Facebook all the time, but it's you network. It's who is so important in the industry. Really, I mean, it is important, obviously, to know how to have a skill and use all that. But to be honest, man, like everything, almost all design skills and creative skills, um, besides business skills, are getting commoditized. So, I mean, I can pay somebody in the Philippines to build a WordPress site for 30 bucks or, 300, whatever it is. And the value I bring to the table is not necessarily the websites anymore. It's the experience and the network I have. So that's what people have to understand is um, who does end up being the equity behind your business. And what is important. Don't get me wrong, you got to keep up on your skills and your knowledge, but um, the stuff that's going to take you to the next level is the people and the people you surround yourself with. So
Yeah.
that's what I focus on.
So we're about out of time here, but where can people go to find you and your work, and how can people connect with you?
Connect with me. So Sean, Sean, not the way you spell it, which is crazy. Uh, so Sean.co is my website, and they can hit the little follow button at the top, which follows me on Facebook. And that's where, I mean, or add me on Facebook. I'm more than happy to, connect with people. And that's generally where I share my life and my world is through Facebook. But I also have my blog there on Sean.co. So, um, and that's it's a great first step. Let's connect.
All right, so we're sending them to Shaun.co. And do you have any last words before we get going here?
Sure. I guess I would say if you're going to take anything from this conversation, and I know I can just ramble on about things for a while, um, but one thing I would hyper stress is don't overdo it. be cool and collected, and just when you connect with people, don't be the business card guy that's just throwing business cards around the room. And you know be nonchalant. If it's the first day of an event or it's the first time you connect with someone online, introduce yourself, be like, hey, what's up, I really like what you're doing, and then build from there. Don't go all in on the first hand. Build up that slowly, and it applies online and offline. Like anything else, you just got to build up that foundation first. So in networking terms, that would be my big takeaway if you're just getting started in the networking world. So
All right. Thank you so much, Sean, for being on the show today, and we'll see you next time.
absolutely, my friend, I appreciate it.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to like, share, and comment below. Subscribe to this channel for more interviews, and if you want to go further and be live on the interviews, you can go to mmt.tv/live to find out how. Like on Facebook and follow on Twitter to ask your questions, and be sure to get on the mailing list. Go to mmt.tv to get access to all the things that are not contained in these interviews. All the links are mentioned below, and until next time, break the rules, change the game, and be a rock star.